goes the full length of the field, a 90-yard punt return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 33 yards that time.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
What? 315! Mike 57. So we got man.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's our time.
This is Bell.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Let's go.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Shoot.
40.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice
I
game.
was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going. To come from and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Titans' 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Defense, let's go.
Now Wilson. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And the Titans' first down.
And an alley to run. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Tennessee.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. In for the score. And the Titans have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll drop the throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Now a first down carry by Bell. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons! Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up to throw. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Tennessee. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go down. You ain't doing nothing today. On your team. Left pass.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike spot 4.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's now 3rd down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Fielded at the 20. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off on my pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Time. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets his forward for about 8. Wilson. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They'll go for it with Bell. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Le'Veon Bell stopped short of the line to gain. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Watkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Wilson. And he's got Fitzgerald. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That catch is a big one. We got to note it. Ties him for number 2 all-time with Tony Gonzalez, 1,325 career receptions.
And didn't they always tell us to model our performance, model our games after the greats that came before us? Well, here's a great example of why he's at this number. Took care of himself off the field and really produced on it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. Wilson. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The throw over the middle, taken in, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. 52 to the light. I got you, pump. Check 24, check 24. Bang out. I'm on. Rush it.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Wilson now operating from the gun. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. 2nd and long. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought to... Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not that time for Watkins. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you...
in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah.